Welcome back, my pupils. This is Gene coming to you with Reloading from the Hot Pot. Today, I want to share some items I got in the mail from Dawson Precision. From Dawson Precision, now this is for my Staccato P 2011. I love shooting this thing. It is so nice, predictable, flat, but I want to put an optic on it. And since it is the DPO model, optics ready, I contacted Dawson Precision and I ordered a few items. This is the Reflex System DPO Tactical RMR SRO adapter with blacked out rear sight. Comes with everything necessary to install, including a sight punch tool. I also purchased a recoil spring set for the toolless guide rod that comes with heavy, standard, and light loads. So, oh, and I also got a rear mainspring housing pin so I can take the magwell off and shoot this in IDPA. I already did the review of the Swamp Fox Justice that I'm going to be putting on this. It's got a 1x27mm lens, which is really wide. I think this will really aid me in acquiring my targets using a red dot. This red dot does have the shake awake technology that you do find in much higher end, more expensive red dots. But after reading the reviews on this, I'm going to give this red dot a try. As with YouTube's rules, I am going to go off camera and I'm going to install this optics plate and this optic onto my Staccato. So, I will be back. Amazingly, none of the Allen wrenches in the pack fit the sight, the rear sight, to take it off of the slide. Isn't that amazing? So, handy dandy. Got my old trusty multi Allen head set out. We got it taken care of. We shall return. Now, naturally, before doing anything, I'm not showing how to install this, I'm showing how to clean. Naturally, before doing anything, you want to run some alcohol into all of the threads. I like to use these pointy ones because you can put it in there and you can turn it and it screws down into the threads. So that's very important to do if you're going to be Loctiting anything. So because this has been greased and oiled, I'm going to clean these screws out. And I'm also going to wipe off the assembly screws. Dawson Precision did include the Loctite that they do want you to use on the screws. So I've cleaned the screws off and the adapter plate and the screws that go into the adapter plate to hold it on. I've cleaned those off with alcohol. When doing anything like this, I like to go ahead and try to put the screw onto the Allen, the little cap head screw, and apply a couple touches of Loctite to it before installing. That way I'm not touching the Loctite. And this is what it looks like with the adapter plate installed with the rear sight. I did not order the front sight with the adapter plate. I tried to call and I left a message. They were apparently busy, but I want to know exactly which one to order for this plate, and I did not want to order it blindly. These are the screws for the adapter, for the optic actually, not the adapter plate. And again, you want to make sure to give those a nice little dose of alcohol, just to be sure that there's no oil on there and that the Loctite is going to work very good. A little cap over here full of that red heat. That is 99.9% alcohol, so it's a very good. So we'll let those dry and we'll put the optic on. I wanted to mention, you know, when I actually purchased the Staccato, it came with a Dawson Precision Optic System 3.0 Carry Tactical Customer Toolkit that came with a sight pushing tool and some Allen wrenches. I'm going to break this Swamp Fox Justice out of its box. It come with a nice sticker. I'll find somewhere to put that. I love stickers. Instruction manual, support card, cleaning cloth, as well as some another Allen key, some different screws, which I'll probably use these because they have Loctite pre-installed in on them. The optic itself, and if I can get that out of there, find something to get that out of there with. It likes to be a little booger and stick down in there. And a tool for installing and removing the optic plate. Isn't that really nice? I've decided to go ahead and use the screws that came with the optic because these screws, compared to these screws, these are the ones that came with the Dawson plate, and these are the ones that came with the optic. So if I install the ones with the Dawson plate, I'm not going to be able to unscrew the battery cover on the optic. So I'm going to opt for using the smaller head ones, which will work. And as it turns out, this little multi-tool that comes with the Swamp Fox optic also fits the optic screws, the mounting screws. I do not have a little mini torque wrench, but I think I'm pretty good at measuring when something is tight enough. I've been a mechanic and motorcycle racer and things of that nature for as long as I've been alive. But that's what it looks like with the optic mounted onto it. Sits quite low, and it's got a really big window on it, doesn't it? That's a huge window. And the optic is already on because it is a shake awake. And it actually seems to be pretty centered. So I'm going to use a bore sight. I've got a 9mm bore sight that goes in the chamber, and I'm going to take it out to about 15 yards, zero it there, and when I get to the range, I'll confirm zero on paper. But that optic looks great on that slide. I am going to go ahead and mark where the screws are at. So I bought a fine tip white paint marker. So we're just going to do a little dot right down here in the corner, up against the screw on each side, so we can visibly see if the optic is coming loose at any given time. Since I have two sight punch tools now, one that came with the Staccato when I purchased it, and the other that came with the Dawson Precision optic system, I'm going to put one in my box and keep that. That's a nice little additional tool. Well, there we have it, my pupils. Installed, ready to sight in. That is an excellent addition to an excellent, excellent pistol. I'm really excited to use this. I love shooting with a red dot. You know, when I started shooting, well, red dots weren't around, but now that they are, oh, I love them. I love them, love them. But that is the Swamp Fox Justice installed on a Staccato P. So thank you very much for watching, my pupils. Greatly appreciate you. Everybody have a great day. It's rainy here in OH10, so I'm going to spend the day on the bench working on some other items. And I got a few more videos coming up, so stay tuned. And always remember to keep blowing the smoke.